Portugal has, in the Alentejo, one of its most renowned and thriving destinations. It is referenced countless times for the beauty of its rolling plains, the unique flavors of its cuisine, and also for the wines for which the Alentejo has been winning ever more plaudits. One of the most established winemakers, whose products are known for their extraordinary quality, is the Adega Cooperativa de Vidigueira, Cuba e Alvito. Founded in 1960, the cooperative today has some 300 members. Building on the efforts and dreams of a large proportion of wine growers in the region of Vidigueira, Cuba and Alvito, this winery is today a modern and visionary small leader company, whose wine-growing legacy includes native varieties perfected from generation to generation, among them, above all, the key regional variety Antão Vaz. The winery has recently had a total overhaul with an investment in modern management processes, with a view to the future and to guarantee products of a very high level of quality, with a strong stress on the training of staff and on technological developments. So it is fully prepared to adapt to market changes and developments. Major and fundamental investments have been made. A new bottling line with the capacity to handle 6,000 bottles per hour, and the analysis and weighing center, a unit that controls the quality of grapes as they come in. It is all in the name of commitment to producing and guaranteeing the quality of our wines, as demonstrated by the more than 300 prizes they have won in Portugal and abroad. Our mission is to continue keeping our promise of discovering and promoting the regions of Vidigueira, Cuba and Alvito, which are so defined by wine growing, in a voyage that brings the winery closer to Vasco da Gama and the conquest of past centuries. Indeed, the roots of this region are intertwined with the history and presence of Vasco da Gama, the Count of Vidigueira, to whom Dom Jaime, Duke of Bragança, granted the town in 1519. Thus were established the first links between Vidigueira and the surrounding region and the Gama family. Vidigueira, when wine is a voyage. As a homage to Vasco da Gama, the wines of the Adega de Vidigueira, Cuba e Alvito propose another voyage, this time into flavor, to discover the pleasure of drinking and savoring magnificent wines. Just as Vasco da Gama sailed from Portugal to India in 1497-98, we too shall be exploring these wines on an adventure that we have divided into 7 acts, and which promises the discovery of new lands of taste. Act 1. The prelude to the voyage. To start, one must prepare everything. Voyages must be planned, and expectation forms part of their great attraction. We sample the first wines for beginners, wines to educate the palate on the great voyage that awaits us, of discovering how to drink wine. Act 2. The departure. Once on board, we stow away our belongings. We also take stock of our sensations. The voyage has begun, slowly, and as it does, the wines gain new textures and flavors. These new sensory discoveries, as yet subtle, will mark us indelibly. Act 3. Homesickness. We have left our homeland. We are now on our own, and the memories of those we left behind do not stop us from trying new flavors in different bottles. The wines gain in structure and are even more complex, although beneath it all, they remind us of home. Act 4. The inspiration. The voyage brings challenges that one must find ways of resisting, even fighting, but always with intelligence. Each challenge brings something new, and each novelty brings a discovery of flavors. Here the mouth is filled with voluptuousness, and the wines are even more complex. Act 5. the decision. Para frente é o caminho, the way lies ahead. Gama will certainly have said this to his sailors many times. We, humbly obeying his direction, continue with our wine adventure, opening more new bottles. The aromas are ever more different, and more we enjoy the pleasures of savoring different wines. Act 6. The Bonanza. When the winds are with you, your speed increases. Now everything is going well. Let's celebrate. We descend to the hold of the ship, where there are hidden marvels, wines that have aged and which make a deep impression on anyone who samples them. These wines assert themselves. They challenge, but above all, they intoxicate. Act 7. The Conquest. The adventure is nearly over. The voyage was good, with the senses that it awakened, the flavors that were discovered, the textures that were appreciated. But the greatest delight still awaits us in a sublime explosion of color, aroma, and flavor. So let us enjoy, here on earth, a little bit of heaven, a piece of paradise. Each wine on this voyage takes us to a different state of mind, with its tasting representing a unique moment in individual or shared experiences. Let us not forget that as consumers, we are all invited to embark on this voyage. And so, whenever we say Vidigueira when wine is a voyage, it means that we are and always will be eternal travelers. This voyage draws a parallel between that of Vasco da Gama and the conquest of past centuries, and the promise of discovery and knowledge of our wines. This is a region deeply marked by the cultivation of vines. In visiting it and its culture and history, we link our wines with an imagined voyage in a discovery of new lands of taste, our wines. The wines of Adega Cooperativa de Vidigueira, Cuba e Alvito.